Warning: the following content contains language that may be inappropriate for younger viewers. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
Welcome to the Let's Get Heavy podcast, where we explore the realms of heavy music and have conversations with some of the most talented bands in the genre. This episode, we are chatting with Inflictions, where we find out about the band's inception, current releases, and what is in store for 2025. So let's get heavy. To Get Heavy UK, to honour to meet you in person. Well, not so much directly in person, but to see all your faces. Normally you're behind masks, so I don't know. The only one who I'm aware of is the vocalist. he doesn't wear a mask. So, if we can have a brief introduction, please. Who have we got tonight from Inflictions and roles in the band?
I'll start us off. My name is Gene. I am the lead vocalist, producer of the band. Yeah, that's me. Hello.
Nice to meet you, Gene. Who's next?
Go on, Ninja.
All right, Joe.
My name's Joe. I'm the drummer for Inflictions and professional beer drinker.
Lined up, neatly lined up.
What about yourself, Brandon?
Well, as you know, my name's Brandon.
Yep.
I do the... Oh, bloody hell, what's happened here? My name's Brandon. I do the samples in the band and backing vocals live. Sorry about that. Camera went a bit weird.
I'm Luke. I play the guitar, do some music writing, do some of the behind the scenes for like making sure the shows actually run kind of smoothly, like mainly like backing tracks and stuff.
Your tech guy.
Tech man.
Yeah, I think I just got like an extra like 1 IQ point in technology. That means I just do it.
Only one.
That's all you need, mate. It's just that one extra point. That's all you need. So, welcome. It's good to have you guys. And how is everyone doing? You keeping all right? How's your Sunday?
Yeah, it's been alright, to be fair.
Yeah.
Quiet.
Slightly hungover.
Thursday night.
Sweet. So let's start from the beginning, guys. How did Inflictions become a band?
So this is quite a fun one. Our ex-guitarist, he was one of my mates since school. We'd done music from school, and it kind of just kept going on. And eventually it was like, we started multiple bands, but they didn't work out. I took a break because I was just like, it's just not worth it. And then one day he came to me again, and he was like, I'm serious this time. You know, we're going to get some decent people, put a band together. Stuck with it. And here we are, down the line. We've been through a few members, but right now it's a little family.
So, how did you all meet? Have you been friends throughout the scene through the years, or was it a case of
pretty much joined my band? Yeah,
joining my band was for me. What we discussed previously when I said I took some time away to look after my family and be there for them, and then I came back to the music scene. Being out of it so long, then I've got no way of getting contacts together. So I went on joinmyband.com, and then I found Gene straight away, and that was it. Never left each other.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice. Because the band's still relatively, I would say, young. Because 2022 was the band's inception. Is that right?
Yeah.
That was when the debut single came out.
Yeah. 2 years been like a unit.
So
that's just been figuring it out.
Still early days, and got a long way to go, but keep on going because got some fucking banging tracks out, lads, at the minute, honestly.
Cheers,
what were the initial influences and inspirations that led to the band's creation?
Wow. So for me, I'm very Slipknot, Corey Taylor. He's my biggest inspiration. So I was like, yeah, let's make music like that. Obviously the whole mask thing, we didn't want to be like Slipknot. And I think when people first heard of us, they were like, they're just Slipknot wannabes. So I was like, okay, let's completely switch it up and release an album that's very like techno heavy, which hence Techno Prisoners came along. just to kind of put that bit of wood in between. We're not trying to be like Slipknot. We're our own thing, but we like masks.
I mean, is that the only part that would say that you're a Slipknot because you wear masks on stage?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Other than Gene's style of vocals, he's got like a fucking decent range, but like I think he started off like trying to imitate Corey, so he's got like
100%.
that sort of vibe.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I was like, I want to scream like this guy. So, I tried.
I mean, every vocalist, every musician in the world's got an inspiration. What's wrong with having an inspiration in Corey Taylor? So, in my opinion, there might be some elements of Slipknot there, but I wouldn't say you're trying to rip off Slipknot. That's just my opinion.
It's the writing style, and I think Gene's vocal style, it bleeds through. You can tell he's got that same esque about him, same as Corey Taylor. But it's like you say, like every musician is inspired by somebody previous.
Yeah,
can't be helped.
Because you add I wouldn't say the new metal, but you add so many different genres, if you could say, into your music. The metalcore one straight away, which is the obvious one. But then you add in the techno elements as well as some industrial, I would like to say, and then even going into rap as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're adding in quite a lot.
It's all over the place.
But
it works. It works.
Someone called us, what was it, new metalcore?
Yeah.
New metalcore, right?
Yeah, someone wrote it on a poster, I believe, and we were just like, you know what, that actually fits.
It works. Yeah. Can't really argue with that one, can you?
Mm.
But like I say, you've got them industrial elements on top of that as well, and those techno vibes, kind of like what the Browning does. It really works. I absolutely loved it. The minute I heard, I can't remember the song off the top of my head now. Oh, my mind's just gone complete, but it'll come back to us. But yeah, I featured it obviously on my Twitch channel. It was absolutely sick. I sent it to my mate Sean, who works with us at Get Heavy UK. I was like, lads, I think we need to get these for Get Heavy Fest next year, because just going off what I've heard of one song, I absolutely love them. So, and then that's why we was like, right, are you available for Get Heavy Fest? He's agreed, and I was absolutely over the moon when we heard that he's available and coming to the Tune. Have you ever played the Tune before? No, never. First time coming to Newcastle. Oh wait, good, excellent.
Lose Newcastle virginity.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Glad that'll be.
Not the first time I asked to play Newcastle. Which there's a band that we quite like called Chugaboom, and we're trying to play with them.
See, right.
And I messaged the band because like I know one of the members like personally, but obviously he has no control. He's the bassist.
Right.
And
yeah.
So then I messaged chat being like messaged them being like, oh, my band would love to play with you, whatever. And they eventually got back and they're like, oh, you should probably just ask the promoters. I asked the promoters. One in Newcastle got back to me being like, oh yeah, that's already sorted now, but we'll keep you in the books for later. And about 2 months later, he went, oh, does anyone want to play that Chugaboom show that I directly asked to play that we could play? Asked we could play. And I went, I'm not even going to bother. I've already asked. He's now asking for other bands to play it.
Never mind.
We tried to get it on there.
Never mind. Well, you're coming to Newcastle. I know we've got pretty much just under a year to wait, but still, you're coming to Newcastle. That's the main thing. And I'm particularly looking forward to it. So can you describe the band's early days, and were there any challenges that you might have faced as a new band in 2022? That was pretty much the back end of COVID, wasn't it?
Yeah, so obviously Gene and our old guitarist, that was probably like their thing at the time, and then I came along and I kind of they were looking for a sampler. Obviously we went down this road with like different samples and whatnot, but I think it was the case of trying to make everyone happy. Because Gene liked some elements, he was like, you know what, that sounds really sick. Our ex-guitarist had different elements and he was like, oh, I'm not sure of that. So eventually we kind of got in this middle ground, and it worked out. Obviously for our first single we properly dropped, Inception. But I would say definitely between the band, it's kind of getting that middle ground. That's how it was at the beginning.
Yeah, I think for me, that first EP album, it was quite easygoing because it was pretty much just me and the guitarist about with the songs, and then we didn't have other input as much. But as we progressed, everyone's opinions started to come in, and that's when it starts to get harder. because you're juggling everyone's minds, basically.
Yeah.
What you could find something is good. To them, they don't find good, so you have to find the middle ground, or else it's just, no one's going to be happy.
Because of you mentioned the Slipknot vibes before, was there any hate? Because like any early on hate that you had to deal with?
We had one bad review from the Metal Masters finals that
Oh, stop it! Oh
just
no.
said, "Oh, they look like we're trying to be looks like they're trying to be Slipknot," and that's what they were trying to do. And I'm like, you really weren't listening to any of the songs we were playing. You have I think Massacre's the closest song you could say that sounds like Slipknot that we actually played that day.
Yeah.
We didn't take it personally. We kind of wanted to try print it off and get it on T-shirts, but that also costs money, so we're like,
Yeah, the quote that stood out was unoriginal and poor.
Oh, never.
Unoriginal and poor. Yeah, we want.
That is not cool, dude.
No hates it. The person that wrote that at all.
That should definitely be on a shirt though. That not original and poor.
You're entitled to your opinion, so please, we're not going to beat you up for it.
Damn, that's harsh, that man.
Yeah, I think that's what kind of strung us to be like, right, techno prisoners.
Mm.
I mean,
Yeah.
my
So it was more basically that the entire album was it was a fuck you to him than really want to.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Like my youngest was listening to Electric Callboy. It was on repeat on the TV, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try and make a song that's like similar to that. And I presented it in the chat, and everyone was on board with it. So we just like, fuck it, let's just do an EP.
Yeah, man. So debut single Inception, which you've touched on there just quite briefly. What was the concept and story behind this debut?
It was quite a fun one. So obviously at the time, the whole Russian war was very big, and I'm not a political man at all. I can never be bothered to hear it, but it makes good story content for songs. And the song's basically the perspective of being in that place where all that shit's basically happening. And it just sings about someone in that situation and what they have to go through.
Oh, quite a heavy, deep song then.
It is deep, yeah.
Yeah. So how did you approach the songwriting and recording process as a band for being the debut single?
So for that, it was pretty much just me and our old guitarist. Like I say, we was doing a lot of the writing. We just literally, he'd come round. I got a little studio here, and he'd just come up with a riff, and we'd just kind of roll back and forth until we have beginning to end, and then we just do all the little nooks and crannies.
So was it a mix and master yourselves as well? Do it yourselves, soul style?
Yeah, so I do all of that for all the songs.
Fucking job on your first debut, lads. Sounds really good. I was having a little blitz with it this afternoon while I was setting up, but yeah, for mixing and mastering, doing everything yourself, which is what I tell most underground bands to try and do. Do everything yourself. Save yourself some pennies in the long run.
Yeah, it's very expensive. If you every song being mixed and mastered, so it was definitely a good start even to now.
There was something about Inception as well. We dropped it, and I shit you not, even though it's about war and being someone that's part of that, we had a girl message the Instagram. I don't know if you remember this, Gene, and obviously due to privacy, I won't state, but she was going for a rough patch.
Yeah, I know.
At the time, really bad. You could probably imagine where this is trying to go. And she heard that song, and she just messaged the band going, you know what, you've saved my life, thank you.
Oh, wow.
I can somewhat relate to the lyrics, and in my mind, I was like, oh, but it's about war.
That's it.
And then I messaged her on my personal account, and basically she said how the chorus went and how the harmonies went and how nice it sounded in the lyrics. It kind of made her realise a lot, and that song saved someone.
Yeah.
Although the song might be about war, the war inside her head, though.
Definitely. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Which I'm sure everyone can relate to. We've all got a war inside our head. It's about something. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah. And how did that make you feel to hear that from her?
It was crazy, to be fair. It's something you just kind of imagine happening. You'd never think it'd happen to your music. That's what the crazy part is, to be able to make someone survive, make someone happier, actually have influence in your music. I never thought I'd get that.
Like for me, it was my first single with the band, and obviously you can imagine the emotions just go, wow, my first song with the band, and this person's saying this. I was like, oh, it's just emotional.
It's real. It is surreal.
What a moment. What a moment, especially for your debut song as well. that must have been a good driving force for you to keep going and continue doing this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
100%.
Fun fact though, we don't even play it anymore.
Oh, really?
Really?
Oh, we dropped that.
It
Oh.
doesn't translate well live for some reason.
Oh, right, fair enough.
Yeah, but for me personally, the old guitarist, I think he forgot how to play it, or sort of did everything in one take when I joined the band. And when I watched the video, I couldn't work out what the fuck he was playing for like most of it. So whenever we played it live, I'm just going, this sounds right. I'm going with this. So, but yeah, he didn't record great playthrough videos for me, so I had to do a lot of stuff by ear, like the live stuff. And Inception is just one of those songs I was happy to drop because I didn't actually know how to play it properly.
No chance of maybe picking it back up in the future.
I think we could.
Yeah,
If we worked on it.
Yeah, you need some serious practice on that, but I'd never say never.
Maybe if that anonymous young lady comes to one of your shows, if you're aware if she comes to your shows, would you?
Fun fact, she has done.
Hmm.
This was like, oh god, when was it? It was our second Birmingham show, or the third. It was the one I went to. There was one I couldn't go to. And she was in the crowd, and she told me after she came with two of her friends. I said, you should have come and spoke to us, but anxiety got in the way. But she said she had fun. She said, why didn't you play Inception? But she loves Sub-Zero.
that's
So,
right.
but yeah.
Sick, man. Sick. I wonder if it could be the same person that's coming to Get Heavy Fest. Immediately, the moment you guys got announced, someone bought a ticket. It's
Oh,
the
really?
minute, and she was the one who recommended Inflictions. So I'm wondering, it could be a mutual friend that we've got there,
Yeah.
and she might be coming to see us in the Newcastle area.
Gonna say she's up north. I know that much.
Right,
She was down in Birmingham for the week.
Mm-hmm.
That's how she managed to catch us at the show.
She travels quite a bit, I believe, for gigs. Obviously, we'll not give her name for privacy reasons, but yeah, man, it could be the same. Could be the same person. So, what were your initial reactions to Inception? Obviously, you've had that one from that lady. Anybody else? Any other good vibes, or was it mainly was it good feedback, or?
Yeah, I think because we mainly played that when we first close to all getting together. And the reactions live, it was well received as well. People seemed to enjoy it. And just kind of general praise, people saying, that sounds really good.
So obviously after that debut single, you've released the debut album same year, Culture,
Yep.
which is again absolutely banging, and it has got Sub-Zero on, which is, I believe, probably the most popular song on that album, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
So can you talk about the creative process behind this album?
Well, it was, like I said, this album was very much me and the old guitarist.
Yeah.
And in terms of the whole process of it, pretty much every day he'd be around here for I'd say about 2 months, and we'd just literally just come up, it'd come round of start off with a riff, give us a riff, and then we'd build on it, and then give the song some meaning, give the song some flavor, add this, add that, and then just continue just blitzing it.
Do you write and record as a full unit, as a full band, or is it mainly just passing backwards and forwards?
So, Luke, our guitarist, he comes up with the juicy riffs, and he'll send them to me, and then I'll pretty much go ahead and just do the drums and stuff like that. It's just I ain't got the room to have a full drum kit and mic it up and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I would love to. And then we just I just use other little things, VSTs and stuff.
I probably should have asked before, what's the story behind the masks? So I'll go back slightly. What's the story behind the masks?
I think
apart from the Slipknot thing, which we'll get out of the way.
Yeah,
there is a story behind it. I don't know if you remember it, Gene.
I'll not listen to what Joe said earlier on. These are not ugly fuckers.
It was the case of, so the band's called Inflictions. It was a case of being inflicted, and all the other members wear a mask. They're the inflicted. Gene is the only one that isn't. So he's the storyteller of the band.
Yeah,
And that's kind of one part of it, I would say.
Yeah, you lot are like my dark side, basically. That's way to put it.
And did you all come up with your own individual masks, or?
Yeah, so Scott, he's not here. He could join us, but he designs and makes the masks.
Oh wow, that's pretty sweet. So masks are made in house as well.
Yeah.
Sweet. So let's go through. Are you got your masks to hand, guys? Can you give us some inspiration behind? Oh, we'll start with Joe. What's the inspiration behind yours? Yours is giving off some. I don't know why. It's giving off some like Star Wars vibes.
I
Death
see what
Eater.
you mean now, yeah.
I don't know why.
There was a few things that went into this. So I'm a massive wrestling fan as well. So a lot of wrestlers wear face paint and stuff like that. And this has got some Hellboy inspiration behind it, along with like bands like the Misfits as well, because they wear makeup and stuff like that. It was kind of a massive collection of all the things that I listened to or have watched over, say, the last like 20 years of my life. And it was just pointing to a simple design of it, just basically a jawless skull, but with horns there. Maybe I'm cured, maybe I'm not. And then the red idea came because I thought the bone colour was too easy, and I thought the lighting would look a bit better backstage, like sitting, further back. So yeah, it's a pretty simple design, really. Nothing too special, but that's one of my masks that I wear.
Sweet, thank you. What about yourself, Luke? You got two behind you.
Yes, these are the only two I've got. So when I joined the band in whenever it was it 2022? I guess. Yeah, November 2022.
Yeah.
So I obviously also joined through Join My Band, and they're like, oh, by the way, we wear masks. I was like, oh no, that's cool. And then I had a look through like the Facebook and stuff. And then I went shopping with my girlfriend, and we went to a place called Red Brick Market in Birmingham. And I saw this one, which was fully white, and I went, oh my god, that's so cool. Like, even if I don't join the band, I might just get it. I really like it.
Walk around the streets with it.
And then about a few days later, before my first band practice, I went, I'm just going to buy it. And I brought it in my bag and went, oh God, this is really cringy. I haven't even joined the band. I've got a mask with me. And I was like, no, look, it's fine. Didn't tell them. And then eventually, like, the first design I did, I painted it all black and then I had like gold parts all over it. And then I think it was golden, like a cobalt blue. And realized it doesn't turn up very well in photos on stage. So then I sprayed it all black again, added like green because the green's a bit brighter, added like white highlights and stuff like that. And basically just sat in the conservatory just going, yeah, I'll add a line here, I'll add a line there and stuff like that. So this one, one of our friends in a band called, fucking hell, 1 second.
It happens, doesn't it? When you least think, you try to think of shit.
Captain Gobshite and the Ball Bags.
Oh.
His
What a name.
His now fiance was like, "Oh, when you get a new mask, can I buy yours?" I was like, "Not a chance. I'm not. I'm very attached to it now."
Yeah.
The other one, which Scott made, is this one, which is based off that one. It's made out of silicone, but the problem with this one, this is the one that broke during a show. After like the third time of wearing it, about halfway through the set, went to get a glass of water, wasn't feeling the best. I'm like, all right, just calm down. Put the mask on. It snapped off, and it was just peeling off my face like this. And I was like, I have no idea what to do anymore. So I just sort of stood facing away from the crowd, continuing to play the songs, being like, do I just fuck it? Because I can't fix this while we're playing. And then luckily I found like a balaclava that I just had on the side, and I just sort of had the bottom part of my face covered.
At this point, everyone knew your face though. So
yeah, well, it's most of the people who go to our shows know who we are anyway, for the most part. It's just a few odd people that like actually turn up and be like, oh, who the fuck are they?
Yeah, more for the theatrical theme, isn't it, when we put the mask.
Yeah, it's like we decided like the past month, about a month ago, we decided that we're not gonna like hide behind the mask through social media. Like for stage presence, we'll still wear it and like because it adds that theatrical part of it. But for like actually being able to talk to fans and stuff like that, like we decided we just use our own faces.
So,
But yeah, I like this one. It's a shame it broke, but I also did not like wearing it on stage. It stuck to my face.
so I'm curious, when you said you went to your first band like practice audition sort of thing, did you show them the mask before?
No, it stayed in my bag the whole time. Didn't tell them
I would have
until
been.
like the second practice.
I was gonna say that would have been quite interesting. Oh look, guys, first practice, here's me mask.
Didn't want to
Wait.
seem cringe. God, I'm one of you guys.
And what about yourself, Brandon? What are you rocking mask wise?
So when we started, we all actually had the same mask. It was this, I think it's called like ballistic.
Hmm.
I actually got a mold of one from my friend. I did my own version, and then everyone found it online, but mine didn't have like made in China on. That's why it was unique to me. So everyone did their own paint job except for Gene, because obviously he never wore one. So I just went like a full black mask. I wear like a hoodie and a hood, so it just kind of looked the part. And then our first ever show, because we found out I was doing backing vocals, our bassist actually added the jaw movements. So this was actually the first mask he gave me. It was all black. Obviously, it comes with the detached jaw. And then as it went on, I just designed it more and more, did my own little scheme on it. Obviously, we released Techno Prisoners, our EP, and I started like doodling on it. It's got like Masquerade on there. So during each cycle, we did, we changed it about. That's when this beauty came along. I said, right, I've had white mask, black mask, but let's go for a black and white.
Tune.
They keep breaking on me, so I've only worn this once. So that broke on me.
It's got some faulty, don't buy them.
And then, yeah, foam just don't work with me in my fat head. It just keeps breaking. And then me and Scott discussed it further. Was like, right, let's make a mask, resin. Obviously, we all know about Annihilation that came up. We wanted to go for this metallic industrial look. And this is now the current mask. There's got some metal on there. It's like a metal look. Still with a moving jaw. But this and that one is like the evolved version of our first mask we used to wear. So it's kind of like Mick Thompson. I've kind of kept it special to the first mask. But with each cycle, it just changes over time. But I think we've got plans for a completely different one next time.
Right. I was going to say the one that resembled more Mick Thompson for me was Luke's second one that broke. That was one that kind of more resembled Mick Thompson for me anyway. Apart from the teeth, of course.
Yeah, the teeth were a Scott. Like he got the cast of it, and then he was like, "Oh, I've got some ideas," and he just sent me this back while I was at download in a tent hanging. I look at my phone, managed to load one photo, and I went, "Oh my god, I love it! It's great." And I just sent him a thumbs up, and he went, "Cool, I'll carry on."
But is that a mechanical jaw on yours as well? So when you're
No, it should be because I do backing vocals, so most of the time I just go like. It's the reason I kept the gap
right
in the middle because otherwise I won't be able to.
Is yours mechanical, Brandon?
So this whole thing's just resin. The only thing metal on it is the sides here that helps move the jaw.
So is that mechanical though? So whenever if you're doing backing vocals or anything, does that move, or is it just
I think it's like that mask you move when you talk. It moves with your own jaw.
Yeah,
yeah. So the trim just fits right under. Literally, even if I open my mouth a little bit, it just moves like that.
Right.
Just a tiny bit.
Sweet.
So it comes in handy.
Definitely. Well, thank you very much for showing the mask. I should have asked that earlier on. So moving back forward. So we've had Culture, and then 2024 we've had Techno Prisoners, which is an absolute sick album. I mean, the difference between the two is unreal. Because obviously Culture's still got that grittiness to it. Techno Prisoners more polished. You've obviously added some techno elements in there as well, which is absolutely amazing. So how do you personally feel the difference between each album is?
The first album was definitely a lot more sinister, if you want to say, and a lot more on a heavy approach. Don't get me wrong, it had some soft songs, but the Techno Prisoners just wanted something more fun, something less serious. And we definitely got that, especially for live. I personally love playing songs off Techno Prisoners because the crowd, the energy, they just love them.
Was Techno Prisoners as well? Everyone worked on it together.
Yeah.
Right.
As in opinions, voices, everyone just came together and was like, no, that don't sound good there. You know, oh, that sounds amazing there. You know, everyone worked on it.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah,
of fun.
we can work up to one song for like a month solid, can't we? Just one song between us all, just to make sure everybody's happy with it before we even attempt to move on.
Yeah, yeah.
So
We had Scared to Die, I believe. Scared to Die was on the Techno.
it is. Yes, that was a song I was trying to remember before.
Yeah, so that song got months back from when we actually started the Techno Prisoners, but we just
Yeah, we
never.
were playing it live before we even released it for about like 6 months.
Yeah,
Probably more.
yeah, we
Tell
just never got around to because we had it produced. Well, we had it mixed and mastered for us. We just wanted to try a little something different because at the time, in terms of my producing, it started off kind of and then slowly got better. And for that song, I just wanted someone to like really pop.
Tell us the story behind Scared to Die, because it seems like it's a very, very personal song, but to some of us, very heavy as well, just going off lyrics.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
that
yeah.
song definitely got. It's a bit of me, definitely. Some of my personal life in it for sure.
Because, like I say, I can imagine there's a lot of people feeling those lyrics when they've heard it for the first time. Just
Oh, yeah.
wow, honestly, it takes you through the emotional ringer, if you will.
Yeah, definitely. It's like I've been through a lot, and I know other people have too. So that song's kind of it's reassurance. It's like you're definitely not alone.
Definitely, 100%. We always tell everyone here as well, just to reach out to anybody,
Yeah,
just reach out. So,
for sure.
an absolute banging song, and the overall album is absolutely fantastic as well. Did you redo Sub Zero as well, or was it a different version? Because you did with Sub Zero,
Yeah,
because you got Sub Zero X in it.
yeah. So when we first released it, in terms of like my production skills, they weren't as good as they were to that point. With Sub Zero being like that one song that everyone knew us by, I was like, I'd love to recreate it and give it that more polished sound that I think it deserves.
One of my favorite parts about us remastering it or reimagining, I can't remember what we decided on in the end. I think we just put X. But yeah, the best part about that, we already started remastering it, and we put a vote on Facebook being like, "Oh, what songs should we redo or get a better mix?" And everyone voted Sub Zero. You're like, "Fucking good," because that's what we're doing. We already started it at that point.
What would you have done though if Sub Zero didn't win?
So I said like,
Get the
What, what I was going to say, what would you have done if Sub Zero didn't win?
cry.
actually get the fans what they want. We have to.
All that re-recording and hard work, and they didn't want it. They wanted interceptions.
But screw it, you can have it anyway. Have two.
Well, that would have been a good
Yeah,
bargain.
we probably would have done two, I think.
Yeah, fair enough.
To be fair, it's quite hard for me to master that because I've done a version before. It was like kind of like a scratch version, but all the boys in the band were like, "No, I prefer the original." I'm like, "What is it about the original that like you like so much?" Because when I hear it, I'm just kind of like, "Okay, it sounds good, but like production wise, it kind of lacks." But for some reason, the original's captured it. So on the second attempt, which is the one that we released, everyone was kind of like feeling it more this time. So we kind of had to go ahead. I was like, "Yeah,
It
okay."
seems to fit in with that album better, personally for me.
Yeah, mix wise, yeah.
Yeah. Who mixed and mastered this? Was it again done by yourselves?
Yeah, done by me. Yeah.
Done by you? Wow.
Everything in
Yeah,
that album except for Scared to Die. That's been recorded.
that's the same for the whole catalogue. The only song that someone else has mixed or mastered was Scared to Die.
Yeah.
Everything else Gene has done.
Sweet. So, what's been one of the toughest challenges? And because you've got to have had adding in techno, rap, and industrial. Was there any? How can I say it? Was there any? I wouldn't say backlash, but like, was there anyone? No, we don't want that. I don't want techno or anything. Was there? Do you want to try and say?
Yeah,
we had a few
we had
people.
like a bit of negative feedback. I think it was more jealousy, to be anything. I can't remember who the band was who said it, but there was just like, oh, these guys are just fucking disco metal.
Oh, that was at one of our shows. Someone overheard someone saying that. Yeah, I think it was a Metal to the Masses heat, like a few months back. They went like, "Oh, what about Inflictions?" And some guy went like, "No, they're a bit too disco for me."
A bit too disco.
Well, we still got through that heat and then fucked up on the semi-final.
Yeah.
It is.
Little fact about Techno Prisoners. I was actually against it at first.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's just a whole electric call boy. And obviously, because Gene and Luke are big fans, I'm not sure. I think Joe likes them as well.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, we're just copying them. Like, and then I heard the songs back and I was like, actually, no, this is an Inflictions twist here. And then I thought we were going to carry on this direction. And I was like, oh, I don't really want to be known as that band that does, that. But then Gene put my head at rest. He was like, oh, no, we're not doing that band.
No, we like to keep things switched
And
up.
then
Every couple will definitely be different from the last one.
But then after hearing all the songs, I was like, actually, yeah, okay. Because when you first hear The Simps and all that, I was like, oh, this is Electric Call Boy in a way. But then they worked on it. And because they just released, was it EP or album? It was an album. And I was like, oh, God, is this going to
Techno
trend right now?
Yeah, the techno album.
Yeah, Techno Train.
But spelt wrong, so we're different. It's not the same.
Yeah. But no, after listening, I was like, actually, I'm on board with this now. This sounds really good.
To be fair, the name Techno Prisoners was basically, I can't remember what song it was. It was either Forget Me Shot or We're Going Up. I basically recorded my guitars at home. And when I it didn't have a name yet. When I sent the guitars back to Gene, I just wrote Techno Prisoners on it. And then, can't remember if one of you saw it and you went, oh, we should call the EP that. And that's just then ended up sticking with it.
Yeah, because it sounds like Take No Prisoners.
Right. Is that what you were thinking?
It was when I wrote it. I was like, I'm a lyrical genius. I wrote 2 words.
Worked, though, didn't it?
Yeah, it's good. The Masquerade, I thought I was really original when I came up with that name. But other people have used it for like club nights, but that's about it. But I really like the name The Masquerade as like obviously nothing's called that, but we say it, I think 2 or 3 times in Hell of a Party.
It was like the era, weren't it? It's like the start. That's what the era was called, the Masquerade.
Yeah. Because I was like, oh my god, it works perfectly fine because we wear masks. That's the mask part, and the rave beats the techno part. And I went, oh mate, I'm so good. I'm too good at this.
But we love it.
I do little things, and I'm very happy about it.
I got to say the boys.
No, it's not that. That's brilliant.
Named Forget Me Shot instead of it was Forget Me Not. Forget Me Shot. Yeah. That's on Scott.
That's genius.
But
honestly, man, you've done an absolute cracking job on that album. Honestly, there's been a time it was like I don't know whether I have a little dance, even though I can't dance for shit, or like just start moshing at times. Do you know what I mean? Get me glow sticks with mosh pits. Do you know what I mean? That's what you need.
We have had that in the past, actually. Glow sticks out there.
Never get in.
Yeah.
Do you like throw them out in the crowd, or?
I think we handed them out, didn't we?
Well, one show, Gene, for some reason, went, oh, I've got the glow sticks, snapped them all, and started spreading them across the floor, not giving them to anyone. Well, why are you doing that? It's all like, oh, I can't be arsed.
You meant to hand them out. Oh, Gene. You meant to hand them out or throw them at people or something.
So I messed up. It was the Metal to the Master semi-final, and Scott's like shouting in my ear, going, throw the glow sticks, throw them. And it was the end song, and I don't know what I was. I just lobbed them. I was like, just fucking have them. Because I think everyone was panicking because that's the last song we did and we were just getting in the moment. I just lobbed them. But they all went directly in the middle. They didn't spread out because they were stuck together. They just went in the middle. That's probably what messed us up.
So was that your second time in Metal to the Masses, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you said semi-finals, you seem to have messed it up. What makes you think you messed it up?
It was like, because the backing tracks were still quite new to us at the time, and because it's my laptop and I knew how everything worked, I couldn't get to it, and I've explained it to Joe. But I'm not blaming Joe at this point. He just wasn't familiar with it, and he held down the button at one point and messed something up, and he didn't know how to fix it. So I sort of ran back and fixed it. And I think there was another thing that like we mistimed the start of a song or something like that. So like apparently those two little mistakes were our downfall. It like weren't even that bad. It probably in like combine the times together, it was about 20 seconds of.
See, for me, mistakes are inevitable, especially in Metal to the Masses. For me, it's what I would look for is how do you fix them? You know what I mean? While you're on stage, because do you flap? How long is it taking you to fix these issues? Do you know what I mean?
I thought I didn't even see it as a problem until like we told after. I went, it took me 10 seconds either time just to fix it. It was fine.
Just give Joe his due. He said like his hands were really sweaty.
Yeah, I think that's what I did. I think I put my finger touch sensitive little pad, and obviously you've got like this much area to work with, and I'm playing like that. So if I'm going from this to this with a sweaty palm, I was a bit like, oh shit, I fucked it up. What do I do? And then I'm trying to call Luke, but he can't hear me because obviously the sound of the room.
So Joe, I just want to say, this is how big the trackpad is. It's almost as wide as my head. You can't use that as an excuse.
Is it? I thought it was only that big.
Yeah. Well, 1 second. Let me get my phone.
What we measured
is as wide as my phone.
My bad.
We've made like little mistakes and stuff like, but we've always corrected them really quickly. We've never just kind of stood there and gone, "We're doing it. What to do?" You know.
That's for me. That will be. Wait, this isn't going to work. Because Bloodstock will look at that as well. Do you know what I mean? It's like, how do you fix these issues? It's how quick do you stay calm? It's an 8-point flapping at the end of the day.
I mean, it's so yeah, but you get it done and then you carry on like nothing happened.
That's it.
Yeah. It's all right. Yeah. I'll admit something now. I messed up, and the boys are going to laugh about this. It's like an inside joke. There was one show we did, and my samples just stopped working, and I panicked. I don't know what came over me. Just anxiety just took over.
It's probably the silence that got you. When it's honestly, only.
When I've made a mistake, I don't normally. I've never like shouted or anything, but like Gene was just like, you know, pretty doing what he was doing, and I was just panicking. I was like, Gene, my samples aren't working.
Yeah,
because nothing was playing. All you could hear was Brandon panic. My samples.
Yeah, and honestly, it's never happened before. My brain just took over.
That's what you tell everyone.
It wasn't even my fault.
But we're not actually sure what the problem was. It might have been the sound engineer, but basically he went to go do it and it just nothing. And it was a part where like Gene's like, "Put your hands up," and there was just nothing playing. And we're just going, "Okay, we're going to ride this out, or we're going to like try and fix it."
I think I had to count us in on the ride, didn't I? And then count us in on the fire.
Yeah.
After played in the background in my ears. It's hard.
Yeah, it's like, I think it's like the Massacre, and it's got like a sway, but no, it's Redemption. It's Redemption.
Redemption that happened.
It's got a part where like a trap beat plays, and I'm like, going like sway, getting people to wave their hands back and forth. But as that part came up, silence. I was like, oh.
I pressed the wrong button. I was pressing the sub bass. That's all I was doing. I was like, it's not working. Obviously, everyone in the crowd's like having this bass up their legs, and there's me like, it's not working.
See, Joe, it's not just you can't get buttons.
I'll do it. Literally, the button, because how my pad is, it's like a little drum pad at the top, or finger pad, you could call it. There's the Redemption, and there's the sub bass. But I'm pressing this one, going, why is it not fucking working? But it's right there. Even though I practiced at home as well, I was there swaying, like with the song, but I still messed up.
Yeah, my two mistakes. Well, actually, no, there's been a few. But the first Metal to the Masses we did, about halfway through the set, my E string broke on my 7-string guitar, and I was like, "That's all right, I can work around it." And then we continued playing, and I went, "I cannot work around this." We somehow got through that heat. Followed by the semi-finals that year also, I tried to do like a little spin with my guitar, and then I continued playing. I went, uh-oh. The wires came out. I'm looking for the wire, like trying to like dangle on the guitar strap, and it's not there. Whole wireless system was flung off, and I don't know where it's gone. And I didn't find it until the whole stage was cleared. Everything was packed down. I had to wait until the end.
Where was it?
Found at the back of the stage in a bin.
Never. So someone's picked it up and just. Yeah.
No, I think I spun round. It's unclipped itself, smashed against the wall, and fell into the bin.
Yeah, we had to watch a video on their phone for that song and figure out where it flew. So we had to watch the trajectory just fly. Like, right, it's somewhere over there, straight in the bin.
And one of the judges came up to me and went, "Oh, what's the problem with your guitar this time?" And I was like, "It unplugged itself."
Genius. Will you be trying for Metal to the Masses again next year?
We're thinking about it. We're definitely considering it.
Yeah, we're trying to think the location wise because me and Scott live in Brum, so we've got friends and family in Brum that could actually come see us. But then Gene's the only one in Leicester now, when it used to be the other way around, more people in Leicester. Brand's in Worcester. Joe's in Walsall, so Birmingham's also a bit closer than Leicester. So like we're trying to like we either go for the middle ground where some people turn up, or we go Leicester where barely anyone will turn up, or we go Birmingham where it's going to be harder competition because the bands in Birmingham are pretty fucking good, and they might not get through anyway. So like we're either. I personally think we should just do the Birmingham one because if we get through on the Birmingham one, that sounds better than getting through on one where all the bands aren't as good.
Yeah.
So have you done two different Metal to the Masses? Was the first one Leicester, was it?
We both did Leicester.
Both, yeah.
Right, so next year, if you're going to try for it, you're going to go for Birmingham, which will be your first time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go for one.
It's not confirmed yet, but we just. Sorry to talk over you, Joe.
Quite alright. It's I hope he's do because it's regardless. Even just doing any of the heats, it's always good practice. Do you know what I mean? Because even just doing one show, you make an impression on one person. Do you know what I mean? So I would personally say go for it.
Yeah.
Because it gets the name out there a bit more. We've already done two in Leicester. Try Birmingham, like I say, to some new spots to play. I imagine you've probably played the venue before anyway, that host Metal to the Masses days.
I don't know where they do it now. They did it at the Devil's Dog this year, but that's not a thing anymore. Like they closed down like a few months ago.
Oh,
I think
never.
I think they did some of the heats, and is it the Flapper?
They may have, but you have to pay for the Flapper. We're getting into pointless stuff, but
Yeah.
I don't know if they would hire the Flapper to do it because it's not like a free to hire venue.
Yeah, fair enough. So anyway, well, we're moving on then because we've got a new single which dropped not so long ago, Annihilation.
Oh, the juiciness.
Yes, which we've already had an album in 2024, which is released back in February, if I got that right. And then obviously you've just released a brand new single, which is on there. So is this the work of a new album or a new EP coming soon?
Definitely leading to some good shit for sure.
So what's the significance of Annihilation as your latest single?
It's definitely, for me, it's been it's the best song as a whole. It has a lot of technicality. The production wise is really good. Just everything about it just really sets a standard, especially with the music video. It just puts us on a bit of a higher standard that we can now kind of go from there.
Am I right as well? O'Brien reacted to this track as well. Am I right?
I believe so.
I think he did Don't Open Dead Inside.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That must have been pretty sick. O'Brien reacts. What an absolute legend he is. That must have gotten some traction for you.
Yeah.
Oh, it did.
Yeah. I think it's currently our most streamed on Spotify at the moment.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't Open Dead Inside, that is.
Right. See, I thought it was Annihilation that he reacted to quite recently. So how does Annihilation differ from your previous work?
It's a lot more. It's going back to more serious roots, or similar to first album vibes. We've done the Techno Prisoners, which was more fun, and now we're just kind of bringing it back to a bit more like of a serious note, and it's like showing everyone that we can be heavy. Like, can.
So yes, obviously I haven't touched on too much about, but it's going to be either an EP or an album. Are you still going to be keeping like the techno type vibes to it as well, or have you
There's definitely still going to be elements of the techno.
experimenting with anything new, maybe?
Yeah, we've got a song that Joe also doesn't like. But basically it started off that I just wrote some like heavyish riffs and I sent them to Gene, and Gene sort of like, oh yeah, we'll just keep it a short song. I mean, it got to a while, and then Joe went, I think it should just go to a chorus. And then I went, all right. Then we ended up making like a fully fledged song. And then Joe's like, still don't like it. And I'm like, it's like it. We've got 5 of us in the band. Someone's probably not going to like something about something. It's hard to please everyone.
So what was the reason behind you not liking it, Joe?
For me, I feel like some of the riffage is quite simple. I feel like we can do better. That's generally all it is. It's not a bad song by any means when you listen to it all the way through. Just for me personally, from my influences, it's very, very heavy. Yeah, that's the way I can put it. And I prefer a lot of stuff with melody and harmonies and stuff like that. And that's where the chorus is. So the kind of like said, yeah, Joe, we'll throw you a bone and put a nice chorus in there. So
go on, sorry.
Yeah, so I don't want to announce it, but it's not like we may be releasing it this month. It's just depending on when Scott can get the bass on it. Because we seem to try and release like a song every Halloween. Like this would be our 3rd Halloween song.
Right, yeah. I see. That'll explain why you released Annihilation.
Yeah, and so the next song, which is called Light the Pyre, which should probably be the last like proper we're just trying to be heavy sort of song. And then like after that, we're sort of like going back to more of like the early roots of having like a bit more rap. Gonna have the Techno Prisoners style. Is gonna have like a bit of like synths and other stuff in the background that we got working on at the moment. So like we're still like we're trying to keep it heavy. We're just like trying to blend everything all into one and try find what makes us at the moment.
I would say though, this new stuff is, from when you listen all the way back, this is the heaviest. I'm not sure all the band agrees, but it's the heaviest we've done.
Yeah, for sure.
Regardless of how it goes.
But we're currently working on a new song that's
The new do.
It's going to be very special. I can't really say too much.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
But
oh, you little teasers.
This one is going to be very big when it eventually reaches the air.
I listen to it like twice, like not twice a day. I listen to it like once every 2 days. Be like, oh, let's listen again. Like, yeah, that's good. I can't wait for vocals to go on that part.
Is that all we're waiting for to track? Just the vocals?
Yeah.
We may or may not have a guest vocalist on that one also.
Right. Well, you've had guests on both albums, haven't you?
We have, yeah. We've had Nutsy from Broken Jaw on Crimea River. We've had Jordan from Nameless on Badadan. So this one's going to be our first original song. Potentially.
You got young Lloyd on Fracture.
Fracture, yeah.
Yeah, because he did like the rap parts, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Well, he did the second verse, didn't he? It was still mainly you.
Yeah, we need to emphasize that he did the second verse. Gene did not do that second verse. There's a few words he's not allowed to say in that one.
I was just about to say, how do you perform that live?
He just doesn't say it.
It's a blank. Use your imagination for that one.
I don't know what you're talking about. Please enlighten us what you mean, Gene. I've got no imagination. No, I wouldn't expect you to say it, mate. It's not a nice word.
I was shocked when we first heard it. I was like, he can't say that.
Oh, but he did.
I was like, we're not releasing that. They're like, yeah, we are. And we never got cancelled for it.
So long as he was cool with it as well.
I was about to say, you can't get cancelled for it. He's black. He's like, it was his choice of words to use. It was like, And you respected his artistic choice of using those words?
You didn't create the lyrics. I'd imagine you gave him creative freedom
Yes.
to write what he wanted, to freestyle it if you would. So, yeah.
Yeah. It was actually, that song, backtracking to that first EP, it was actually quite fun when he was around and recording it. Your standard vocal sessions, very much, you stand it up and you got your microphone, you got your pop filter, headphones on. He was just freeballing around the room, just absolutely God. He was on the floor giving it 100.
I think you need to choose your words a bit more carefully. Just freeballing.
Freeballing on the floor.
He's freeballing on the floor. You just walk everyone butt naked. You know what I mean?
We don't know.
Oh, wait. I suppose this is the secret of recording for Inflictions.
I've never met young Lloyd, so you might have.
You'll never know.
How did you just come across young Lloyd? Curiosity.
Oh God! So
Advert, or did you just know him?
yeah, so back in school, I was friends with his brother, and he only lives around the corner from me. And then I got to know him. He used to do rapping and stuff a lot, and then he kind of died it down. And I seen him one day, and I was just like, what's good? And I was just like, do you still rap? Do you still do that? I was like, yeah. I was like, we're looking for a rapper to get on a song. Are you interested? And he was like, yeah, straight up. And I was like, all right. Next day, came around, tracked all the vocals.
Is he a metal fan as well?
I wouldn't say too much. I wouldn't say too much of a metal fan. He enjoys it. He respects it, but it's not his forte.
Has he done a live show? He has.
No, we tried. It was quite funny actually. We brought him to a rehearsal. We got there and I was like, "Do you know your parts? Do you know your lyrics?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah." Comes to the verse and he has no idea what he's doing.
Oh, bless him.
I'm like, okay. I was like, "Could you learn it?" He was like, "Yeah," and he didn't. He didn't really put the effort in, so we just kind of have his voice playing through the back end.
That's fair enough. So, what is actually next? And you're probably just going to be more teasing, to be honest with you. What is actually next for Inflictions?
So definitely, it's going to be a new EP. We're in the works of that right now. We've got quite
5 tracks on the back burner at the moment, somewhere easy.
5, right?
We would have more if we're trying not to go too out there with certain things, or like one way or the other direction. Because I've got like, when I joined the band, I've still got like 6 songs I want to use, and like we just haven't got round to it. No. And then Gene's wrote about 20 songs since I've joined the band, and we probably used 2 of them. So
it's good to have that back catalogue where you can just delve into something if you want to release something down the line. Do you know what I mean? So that's pretty handy to know that you've got songs on the back burner if you need them.
Yeah, it's one of them. When you're working on a song for so long, you just crave something different. You just want to start, just delete everything and just start really fresh slate. So I'll just sit there.
I would imagine this will be a 2025 release.
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say if we push ourselves, we probably get 2, maybe 3 singles out, and then maybe work on what we're doing as an EP if we are doing another EP.
So we'll get another release this year, or is it going to be early next?
I reckon we'd definitely get 2.
Yeah.
This year.
This year, yeah.
This year. Oh, right.
We only have one problem is, like we say, we just need Scott to get the bass tracks over, and then that song's officially done. And then obviously I'm currently working with our feature at the moment to get this new one done and wrapped up. So then we'll have 2 songs ready to be kind of planned out with promotion and then release for fingers crossed this year.
Sweet. Looking forward to it, man. Other than releases, can you give any hints on maybe an EP name before we move on?
We haven't. I don't think we've actually thought of.
Just make one up. Go now. First thing off the top of your head.
First thing off the top of my head.
Freeballing.
We'll call it. Yeah.
There it is. That's it. That is the name.
Baller. I'm good with that.
So anything outside of obviously music releases and stuff like that? Anything else coming up in the works? Any gigs for the rest of the year?
Yeah, we've got a couple coming up. We've got a big show coming up, I believe, this week.
18th.
Yeah, we have 2 shows this week coming now, Friday and Saturday, back to back.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the Friday one because we'll be finally been able to do a show with Nameless. So you all know what that means. He will 100% be joining us.
For bad.
And that's gonna be insane. That is. I can
This will
guarantee.
be the first time that you'll join you on stage.
It's not the first time he's been invited though. Like every time we played a Birmingham show, it's like, you come in. Nah, I can't.
This time he's got no choice because he's going to be there.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's his headline show. He has to be there.
I mean, he has to perform though, does he?
He might just fob us off, you know.
No, I doubt he would do that. Anything else coming up in the works for the rest of 2024?
Yeah, so we're playing a show. Obviously, we mentioned we're playing a show on the 18th at Scruffy Murph's in Birmingham with Nameless, Apathy, Broken Jaw, and ourselves. And then the day after, the Metal Monocle in Leicester, we got Asleep at the Helm and Parting with Origins, and us again. On Halloween, we got playing in Leicester again at Duffy's Bar with Voidwalker, Running with Knives, Chaplin, As the Day Burns, and Cyclops 1. And I think possibly the last one for the year that we got confirmed, we might have one or two more that we haven't got enough information on yet. At Dead Wax in Birmingham, we got Assurance, Arcadian, Grove, Warren, and Manifest. That's what we know at the moment this year.
Cool. Sounds good, man.
Got
So, getting close towards the ends, and so finally, what are your specific goals and aspirations for the future of the band?
Well, obviously we released that video without the masks, so that instantly opens us up just to really connect with our fans and our followers. Like I was just trying to think what the music's there, the stage presence, like what are we missing? And I think because we almost not hid behind the mask, but we were just very much on the old ways of we wear masks, we only wear masks. We needed that kind of connection for people to have with everyone individually. So people could be like, oh, love Luke, love Scott, love Joe, love Bran. Be able to form these kind of more emotional connections to us, which I think is very important for any band.
Plus, our identities wouldn't stay secret anyway if we tried to do that, because Sleep Token, no one knows who they are, and then all of a sudden his birth certificate's out in the world and everyone knows who the drummer is. It's like if you try hide it, people will just try harder to find out who you are, and it somehow come out worse.
Do you find it creepy though, or people do that?
Yeah.
But I mean, I thought it was a bit shocking what they did to the Sleep Token. Like, to be fair, I mean, I'm not a massive fan of the band as a whole. It's just not my vibe. But still, doxing the lad, releasing his birth certificate, that was a bit
it's too far.
OTT, that like
completely unnecessary. It's like there's no benefit to anyone for anyone to do that.
It's like, why? Let the mystique be there until they fuck up on stage one day. Do you know what I mean? Or you'll find out because of a tattoo on the hand, like what happened with I believe it was the
bassist from Slip.
Yeah, that's how they discovered him, wasn't it?
Yeah.
With his tattoo. So that, yeah, fair enough. But I mean, even that going a little bit over. Bless you.
I'm back end of a cold. Excuse me.
That's quite alright, man. It must be something flying around in Birmingham, to be fair.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Newcastle's not much different, to be fair. So, couple of I would say light humoured questions, shall we say, before we end. What's the most unusual or unexpected thing that's ever happened to you during a gig?
Does it have to be with this band?
Anything. Just it's as a whole, anything unusual or unexpected.
I'll go first, and then if the other boys have spotted something. So we're playing at Subside, and I'm very convinced someone shot themselves.
I forgot about that.
There was something brown and stinky on the floor, and I pointed to it, and
like mid-song, it's like, I warned you once, I warned you twice, and just points at the floor, and no one knew what he's on about.
A group just sprint off in the direction to the toilets, so I can only assume it was shit.
Fucking hell. I mean, how can you top that, really?
My favourite...
Go on, Luke.
My favourite too was from the same, like my last band Like it was a beatdown band, and we drove all the way down to Bristol. Within about 2 minutes, like we were stood outside, like meeting everyone. Some guy shouts out the flats, like, "You boys want any coke?" We're like, "Fuck, we've been here 2 minutes." Followed by watching two homeless people burn sleeping bags, which we thought was quite counterproductive.
Wow.
Followed by a guy running up to us and asking if we want to buy a new issue of his Pokemon cards, and we're like, "What the fuck's Bristol?" I mean, all my friends are like, "Oh, Bristol's lovely." I went, "I've gone to the wrong area, clearly." Like, it's mental.
Welcome to Bristol.
So I want to say with the Pokemon comment, I was just having me and my wife were around Leeds, we were off to see a friend's band in Leeds, actually, just having a little browse around the city, and someone had literally just nicked a razor set from Wilkinson's and just saw the first person with a beard. "Hey, do you want to buy this razor set? I've just nicked it from Wilco's and Leeds." I was like, "No."
That's
I
Marcus.
said, "Do you think I need a shave?" He says, "Mate, one, you got it for now, and you want me to pay for it?" Not a chance.
Wow.
But
Defensive.
Joe, what about yourself? Anything unusual or
I
unexpected?
wouldn't say it was as outlandish as those stories. I used to play in a pop punk band as a three-piece as a drummer, and we got a quite good following at the time. And this girl from Germany said she was our biggest fan, and she flew over to our first headline show in Warsaw, and she turned up, and we was greeting her and stuff, and it was all good. And then she was just like, "So whose house am I stopping at then?" I was
Wow.
like, "What?" We just didn't know what to do, and to this day, I have no idea what happened to her that night. I just went home.
Just disappeared.
Yeah.
Jesus, yeah, probably for the best. God knows what.
I mean, up until that point, she seemed completely normal, and she was just ecstatic to be there. And we just took pictures of that. And I think I had like 1 point with her maybe, and then she just like put it straight to us, like, "Whose house am I stopping at?" We're just like, "What?" I don't know what to tell you.
Wow. It's what is the pulse check on that person.
Brandon looks like he's deep in thought.
Yeah, because I just thought one. So unusual. So we're known for our breakdowns. You name it, we like to get the crowd moving. So we've been the O2 Academy Leicester. We've been on some bigger stages. But the one thing that got me was a show in Worcester. Very small venue. It's called Spin the Black Circle. I've never experienced anything like this. The whole room, Gene created a mosh pit. He's like, "I want to see everyone spinning." This tiny little ass room was just spinning.
Oh, I was going to say.
Like, full on, people falling, going mad, moshing. It was a sight to see. I went downstairs after, and the owner said, "There's a reason we did, because there's like a bottom floor where some bands go." He's like, "That's the good reason why I didn't put you down here." I said, "Why?" He's like, "Whatever happened up there near the ending, whatever song it was, all his bottles of liquor fell off the wall from the amount of people just moshing and jumping." And I thought he was going to be angry, but he was like, "Nah, that was fucking cool, bro."
Yeah, that show was probably one of my favourites, because when I was watching the other bands, I could feel the floor dipping when just like 2 or 3 people jumped.
Yeah, my girlfriend was also saying like she can't, like she was like, "I'm surprised the floor stood up." Like, at the end.
Wow.
You know, when you've been on the bouncy castle and you come off and you still feel like you're jumping. That's what it felt like. And me being me, I was like, okay, I need to get everyone in this room to just jump. Like, I want to break this floor. That's just what I didn't want that to happen, because, we'd have to pay.
Well, and people would be hurt as well.
Probably.
It probably would be hurt as well.
Yeah. And
I don't know if you can get sued for structural integrity. It's not your fault.
Inciting it though. I mean, look what happened to Fred Durst at Woodstock.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
He didn't necessarily say break the floor. He might have wanted it.
No, but yeah, we can't break stuff though.
Oh yeah. But yeah,
he didn't literally mean go and break stuff. But people did it though, didn't they?
Open for interpretation.
Yes. So.
Yeah, I would say that was probably the most unusual I've seen. Now that we've played on these big stages, people are moving, but just that little room, everyone was going. And the guy said to us, "But he's like, you're the only band that have packed this whole place out." And
yeah.
Not just saying that, he has said that. He was like, "You got your band. The last 2 times you've came here have packed this venue out. Even people waiting on the stairs, people couldn't even get up the stairs.
Yeah, I have no idea who's actually coming to see us, but that was the show my mask broke, so I sort of just turned around as a shit to the people there, and I went, "Oh, great! I'm having a terrible time over here." like everyone else is enjoying it, and I'm fucking hating my life because I think I already messed up a few times. I was trying to all right, let's mellow out, let's get through this. You know what you're doing. My mask breaks, and I go, "Fuck it, everything's shit." And then everyone else like, "Oh, that show's really good." I'm like, "Yeah, was it?"
Get in. So, if you could choose any superpower, what the fuck? If you can choose any superpower for each band member, what would it be and why?
Oh damn, that's a hard one. I'd love to go invisible. I think that'd be amazing.
You, Peter.
Nonce.
I will leave that there.
Nah.
The amount of
Someone would go there though, wouldn't they, Gene? Just because I would love invisibility. Immediately someone goes to the door place. Definitely a sex pest.
I think like teleportation for me. Like,
teleport. There's ads on it. If that's can that not be considered the same?
Yeah.
Well,
you could use teleportation.
Yeah, if I teleport into someone else's bedroom, they're gonna see me.
Maybe you like it. Maybe you like that.
It's mainly like, just go to work. I'm like, I might go on a nice holiday. Boom, sorted.
Okay.
Worrying about Gene and Luke here, guys. Joe, Brandon, what about yourselves?
I'd say for me, quite a simple man, really. I just like to fly. If I could fly, that'd be great.
It's a majestic bird.
I'm always planted behind the drum kit. I can't move. Even in the areas where there's nothing playing, I'm still wired up to the click and stuff like that, so I can't even move. So
sorry, I'm too busy laughing at Gene, and he just did that far too good. Jesus. No, I'm flying. Again, Brandon's deep in thought.
No, literally, there's so many, but I'll probably go. What's it called? I can't even say the word now. Symbiotic. You know, Venom.
Oh yeah.
I'll probably just stick with that, just because I'm a big lover of the films and in the comics and everything. Probably just stick with that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say, was that considered a superpower? Because it's more.
Yeah, I was about to say, if that's the case, I'll be Bruce Wayne. It's fine. Change my answer.
A legit superpower.
Would you want to be Bruce Wayne, or do we just want Bruce Wayne's money?
Yeah, I was going to say technically you're an orphan, Luke.
That's fine.
Yeah, so yeah. Do you actually want to be Bruce Wayne, or would you just want his money? That's what I'm saying.
Just the money. But...
Just the money, yeah. So you'd be happy.
I probably wouldn't even do much with it. I just buy music stuff. It's exactly the same.
Just have a bigger house and a room for all your guitars.
Just have financial freedom, maybe.
I'm just going to go with fire.
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 Just fire.
Just fire.
Fire. I'd say someone could have went for them Jubilee type powers and create your own pyro for when you're on stage.
Oh, that'd be good.
Oh, wouldn't trust me with her.
Yeah, not for the venues we've been playing. Like, you do it once, the roof's on fire.
I know, but she's got the shittest power for as a mutant, as a hero. But yeah, she'll come in handy for gigs. I just feel she'd be meant for gigs.
What would Scott's superpower be?
I choose Scott for him. He's not here. Sorry, Scott.
No glasses.
I think the ability to be ignored when he wants to. So like, just some days he just goes yeah, I've had enough for today, and he just stops talking to the people for a bit.
What's it called? Telekinesis, I would say, for him.
Mind reader sort of thing, or is that just one that you can move stuff with your mind?
Yeah, telekinetic.
Yeah, that's it.
That's moving stuff.
What's the most ridiculous song title you've ever considered?
Browsers.
No, Fox Goose.
Fox Goose, yeah, for real.
Yeah.
100%.
We were very close to releasing
you.
it as well. We haven't released it yet. It's possibly the next one coming out. The original title was Fox Goose because I was taking inspiration from Knocked Loose, and that was just the title. And Gene's went, "Oh, we're keeping that title." Scott's like, "We're keeping that title." And then we added the chorus, and the song seemed a bit more serious. So I was like, I can't have this title on this song anymore. We got to change the title. I think we still say it in the song though.
Yeah.
Fucked Goose. It's brilliant.
I'm for nobody.
Ah,
A little, blast for what the name could have been, but with more mature and went with Light the Pile.
and if your music had a flavour, what would it be and why?
Ooh.
Spicy.
I was trying really hard not to say spicy. I don't think it's true though. It's not spicy. It's like
But is it spice? Is that a flavour?
it's what's that Harry Potter beans? So like Bertie Bott's every flavoured beans. That's that's Inflictions flavour. Everything,
You're a wizard, Harry.
including the earwax.
Yeah.
Please don't set me off and quoting Harry Potter.
No.
I do it too much on my spare time. Just like 2 pumpkin pasties, please.
You get on really well with my missus. She's mad for Harry Potter. Any other flavours you can think of apart from spicy?
That's sweet and sour.
Sweet and sour?
Ooh.
KFC's popcorn chicken covered in Marmite.
Oh, what?
Yes.
Listen,
Just twig lips. You either love it or hate it, or don't mind it.
That's not
as catchy though.
Not something that I've ever considered putting on popcorn chicken before. Oh, mate.
Bovril.
You might as well, aye.
The bob.
Veggie, mate.
Oh.
Yeah, the quiet taste that like.
It's probably going to be like Gummy Bear Blue Raz, just like a vape flavor. It's like 3 of us vape.
Banana ice.
Yeah, banana ice. Got that bit of spice to it.
Banana spice. That's the flavor. Banana spice.
How spicy you go?
Somewhere that'll be a song title.
How spicy would you go though? Like the bomb spicy where you can't handle the heat?
Or like a one chip challenge.
Yeah.
Like you shit yourself the next day.
Yeah, maybe that's how you found that on the floor that time.
It was me.
You warned you once.
Aye. Maybe you're getting down with some Da Bomb hot sauce. Anyone ever tried that before?
No.
No.
Don't touch it. If you like spicy, then go for it. But
We were tempted to bring
can't drink anything that's or eat anything that's spicy. Not even a chance.
no, mate. I took a little dab on a cream cracker and fucking blew my head off.
What's that hot sauce that Steve-O done? Is it like hot sauce for your arse or something?
It's not the devil's anus or something. Somebody calls it. I think that's what he calls it anyway. But yeah, I haven't tried his hot sauce. I'd be frightened to know what's in it. To be fair.
I mean, we're trying something at the next gig. I'm going to buy him. What was it? Smelling salts.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see how that impacts performance.
I'm not going to open it. I'm just going to leave it sealed. When we get all the band round, we're all going to give it a go.
It's for them gym bros,
Yeah, it's definitely it'll definitely wake you up. That's for sure. If you're feeling a bit.
Yeah, I've never tried it, so it's going to be a
neither.
great day.
It's gonna be high. It'll definitely wake you up. That's for sure.
They won't get on stage like fucking pumped, or we'll get on stage sneezing. Just your mucus smudged.
Yeah, I think we're doing a video for it as well, aren't we, Gene?
Yeah.
You might record.
Oh well, I hope that mucus snot stays in that video then.
I bought on TikTok these little mini mics. I bought some of these, so basically for shows, I'm gonna go around and interview bands that I always see them on TikTok. People just walk up to just random people, interview them on spot. So
none of it's probably going to be staged. I can't be asked for that. So much stuff lately just staged.
I can just ask them all kinds of bizarre questions.
Yeah, literally, it'd be like a quick fire. I'll ask 3 questions, make an edit. It just brings a bit of fun.
Yeah.
For the socials.
If you had to write a song about a toaster, what the lyrics would be? Random shit like that. Wait, guys, anything that you wish to plug before we end it?
Stream Annihilation.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
We hit 1,000 views on Annihilation, so let's keep that shit going.
And also look out for our new EP of Wop Wop Wop. Wop 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 Wop.
And where can we find Inflictions?
You can find us Facebook, Spotify, find the music on, well, you can find us on Instagram as well. That helps.
TikTok.
Spotify, iTunes, TikTok, Amazon Music.
Brandy, you got the handles at hand?
I think I do, yes.
The
The only place we ain't got is Twitter. No, sorry, X.
Same thing, yeah. But
It's still Twitter in my eyes.
yeah, I'm same.
Yeah, that's the only thing. You can't find us there. Don't look there for us.
Yeah. Any particular reason why? Just not a fan of the platform?
Too much porn.
Fair enough.
Not enough.
Everywhere. No, you're looking at Inflictions.
Oh, Invisible Man once more.
I've always said Inflictions calendar. Yeah.
Yeah, on Instagram we're down as Inflictions_band. On Facebook, I think it's just Inflictions. Look for Gene's sexy face and the cover. Oh.
Oh, Snapchat.
I don't touch Snapchat.
You know what? That's a good idea. I might have to set that one up.
You can handle that.
Got what, OnlyFans?
We got Only Brands.
Only Brands.
That's enough.
That's the secret, you bastard.
He's gonna have to change his name.
Yeah, he is. Shit, he's been out.
Me at 3 in the morning in the fridge, only scrans.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Leave it as a.
Yeah. Give us a follow.
I was going to say, what's that link? Just want to watch Brandon just munch stuff. I'll be happy to subscribe to that.
Yeah, there's me eating pizza and shit.
Yeah, mate, I'd watch that.
You can do like a mukbanger, a mukbranner.
McBrien.
Yeah.
Brand Summers.
And
Brand Summers is a good one.
I was the meme a long time ago. They just came up with everything. So obviously early brands, Brand Summers. Oh, I can't remember what else. Branston Pickle, which was already a bloody thing. It just went on and on and on. And there was this whole thing on Facebook, #OdieBrands. Which became this whole meme for like a month. People editing my face onto these random memes. All because I joked and said I had an OnlyFans. And then it escalated.
He wanted it. He wanted it.
He
wanted it.
He got it.
You loved the attention, didn't you, Brandon? Be honest.
Some of them were quite offensive. Oh, Brannigan Skywalker was one of my favourites. That was one of my favourites.
Who came up with that? It's a fucking genius. I'm sorry.
I can't even pronounce it. Branuel Jackson as well. That was another. Branson in pajamas, and I was like, this is shit now. And it was just on and on and on.
So
you know Breaking Bad? Someone got that bored and put Breaking Bran. I just uploaded my face on this photo. It's silly.
So everyone do that.
I'm gonna have to bring it back now. Oh, and at the bottom it was #GetBranLaid.
Did it work?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Shameful.
He's still a sock in the hand.
I'll try that on YouTube.
Shit.
Just to see if it works. Get more views. Get brand laid.
#GetBranLaid.
Who is best to contact for any potential gigs? If any promoters are watching this back?
Either any of us really, mainly me or Baran.
Or just the either band page, Instagram or Facebook. One of us will get to it.
Yeah, we're always looking anyway.
Excellent. Pleased to hear it. Well, guys, thank you very much for your evening. It's been great chatting with us. We end all our interviews with this: the rules of the pit are the rules for life. When someone falls, pick them up.
Yeah.
Love it.
Cheers very much, guys.